What's up guys, Coach Louis here. So a couple days ago, I asked, what's something you simply don't get about fat loss? So on this first episode of Ask Coach Louis, I'm gonna go through your questions and I'm gonna provide you those answers. First question is, how does eating more help you lose weight? Great question. This is a question that actually the answers kind of make sense, but they don't, but they do, and I'm gonna make them make sense right now for you. No matter what, in order for you to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit, right? You need to be eating less than you burn. However, when you are eating too little, your body adapts to that. So your body's always trying to maintain this maintenance level, right? Meaning the processes in which your calorie burns, right? How your body burns calories, and then the energy intake. Now, if, most good sized deficits are like, 10, 20, sometimes 30%. But for instance, if you're a petite person, right? And your maintenance calories is 2,000 calories, but now you're working out a whole lot, but you're also only eating 1,100 calories. That's like 45% deficit and then some, because not only are you then decreasing your calorie intake by 45%, your activity levels are also going up, which means your calorie burn is going up. Now your body doesn't care that you're dieting, right? So it's gonna do all it can to hold on to that body fat. So what happens? Your body adapts, you then depress your metabolism. You didn't break it, you didn't ruin it, it's just now depressed because it's trying to manage the energy output along with the energy intake you're giving it. So when people say that you need to eat more to lose weight, well, technically, no, you need to eat less to lose weight. You always want to diet from a higher calorie perspective. So if your maintenance calories are 2,000 calories, maintenance calories meaning your weight doesn't go up or down significantly, it basically fluctuates, and your deficit is now 300 or 400 calories, that's a good enough space in between your maintenance calories and your intake where your body is you're gonna be intaking, let's say 1,600 calories, and then your body's gonna make up the rest of that 400 calories to get back into maintenance or total daily energy expenditure, TDEE. And what that's gonna do is you're gonna be burning body fat from fat stores, right? Because your body's looking for energy to bring that back up to maintenance, to match that day, so to speak, if that makes sense. So when you eat more food, you're providing your body with more energy. Your body gets used to that high amounts of energy intake. When you want to diet, if you want to lose weight, you want to make sure that you want to eat the most amount of food while maintaining a calorie deficit. So that's why these large deficits, you probably have heard of starvation mode. That's not a thing necessarily. What that just means is that your metabolism is depressed because you're doing too much on too little, and it's trying to make up for that and try to slow that down a little bit, okay? Next question is, why do you have carbs at night? I thought it would be the other way around, more carbs in the AM. Carb intake generally is preferential, meaning some people have them early, first thing in the morning, because carbs are immediate energy, right? And they're obviously great to have around your workouts. But having carbs at night has shown to actually help you sleep better, right? So it truly is a matter of preference. There's no carb fairy or devil that's out there that's like, zap, you ate after 10 o'clock, now you're gonna gain more fat. What matters is your calorie intake total from the moment that you wake up to the moment you go to bed. Whatever that is, as long as you're within your range and you're eating to lose weight, you're gonna be fine. The only problem is that at night, some people just can't eat a lot at night because maybe their digestion's a little bit slower, they don't like to go to bed feeling full. So again, truly preferential. Well, so the next one says, why does most fat store in one body part? Now, there can be a genetic thing, can be hereditary, but also something to remember is the biological factors between men and women, right? Most women carry their body fat in their abdomen, lower abs, waist, and hips. Biological reasoning, right? It's childbirth, right? That's the premise of it, right? That's basically the whole principle, is that you've got to provide an environment for your fetus to grow should you be pregnant. So that's where you generally tend to hold your fat. Men hold it in their stomach, and that's why you probably see a lot of guys out there who might have a stomach, but their arms and their legs and maybe their neck are actually relatively skinny, or at least skinnier in proportion to how they hold it in their gut, right? You heard the term beer belly, etc. It's just kind of how it happens, right? When men lose weight, they lose it from the extremities in, meaning from their neck, arms, legs, and it all comes in together, and the stomach kind of being that last part. Whereas women tend to lose like a pear, right? So think of a pear being very narrow up top and wide at the bottom. That's essentially how women tend to lose body fat. They lose it, in their cheeks and in their jawline, and then their neck, the clavicle, their chest. And it seems like you're doing all this work, right? Your shoulders look great, but it doesn't seem like your hips are moving too much. It's all proportionate, right? It's not like you can spot reduce anywhere, right? So it's a total body phenomenon, this fat loss thing. So as you're dropping, the length of dieting will essentially determine, when you finally get to that point where it's like your waist comes in, your butt comes in, your hips come in, your thighs come in, right? That's the hard, the lower body is actually the hardest part for women to lose, whereas for men, it's literally just the gut, it's the stomach, right? So that's how you lose it. That's how, that's kind of like the difference, the biological difference between men and women and how they lose body fat. And going into the second question by the same person is, why does it take so long to get rid of it? Again, your body doesn't care that it's dieting, right? That you're trying to diet, that you're trying to look better, right? What it is trying to do is keep yourself healthy, right? Keep yourself with healthy amounts of fat. So the idea, the premise is you want to lose around, let's say, 0.5% to 1% on average per week. Now this can be different with women because of your period. So what happens is that when you're coming in, let's say you weigh 180 pounds, all right? 1% of that is 1.8 pounds, but then half of that is 0.9 pounds. So if you're averaging, let's say 0.9 to 1.8 pounds loss per week, that's actually a very solid rate. Now, if you lose a little bit slower than that, is it still a loss? Is it still progress? Absolutely. If you lose faster than that, is it still progress? Yes, but to a degree. You don't want to lose too much too fast. But this is also dependent on your current size, your current fat mass. If you are extremely overweight, obese, categorically, let's say you lose 2% of your body weight per week. Is that possible? Sure. The leaner you get, the smaller the deficit is, the rate of fat loss slows down anyway. Somebody like me, I'm already lean. My rate of fat loss is going to be slower, especially if I want to maintain my muscle mass, because dieting is a stress to the body. You have to remember that as well. And finally, why is it so hard to lose stomach and arm fat? It goes right back to what I just talked about. It takes time, it takes consistency. For women, it is the pear, it's like the pear analogy or pear shape thing. As you lose from up here and you're going down into the arms and the chest and the waist and then the hips, the butt, as you get lower, it gets harder, but you can still do it. It's hard, but it's not impossible, okay? So that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, drop them in the comments. Make sure you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you later. Peace.